Hi everyone, welcome to Genevieve Dynasty. In today's edition of Culture Shock, I have a special guest. Yeah, I have a special guest that will be telling his own experience with the Italian culture. All right. If you're just joining my profile, you're just saying it, please subscribe and like. Thank you. Hi, Fadra. Good morning. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno Genevieve, or as
Buongiorno.
Italians we say it, Genevieve.
Yeah, I don't
Buongiorno.
mind it. The way they do spell my name, I don't like it.
They will always pronounce your name according to their own language, the
Yeah.
way they like, the way they see
But
fit.
it's not sweet to listen to. Genevieve, just imagine.
We have to manage it.
Yeah, I don't have a choice. Thank you, Padre, for granting this interview. And please, can you introduce yourself to my viewers?
Hi viewers, hello viewers, ciao viewers in Italian language. I am Father Isaac Chima, a priest of the Catholic Archdiocese of Owerri, and I am here in Italy on studies. I'm studying,
Okay.
I'm doing communications, and I'm happy to share my little experiences with you. There are not much, but
Yeah.
they may help you to learn one or two things. I
So far,
believe
so
so,
good.
because I have also learned from them. So thank you, Genevieve, for
Yeah, thank
coming
you.
to pay these visits and coming to hear my own little stories.
Yeah, thank you, Padre, for allowing us. Okay. Before I start, what season of the year did you come to Italy? Was it in
Um,
summer, in winter, or in spring?
Actually, I came to Italy on the last day of August, and that's
Wow.
almost the end of the
Oh,
winter,
it's
no, the
summer.
summer season. So about to enter autumn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, at least the weather wasn't that bad when you came.
Well, I would say we were lucky
Okay.
because the weather wasn't too hot and it wasn't cold.
Okay.
People were
Just
already wearing
a lighter
just a
jacket.
lighter sweater, not a big jacket. So it was a good weather for us. We didn't have much problem with it because in those days in the seminary, our rector, on one of his visits to the Vatican, he came back with cold. That was
Oh,
December time. So, and from that time, he started becoming afraid of coming to Italy. So,
yeah. Because I my own first winter, it wasn't funny, and I had a 8 months old child, so the weather dealt with us. So speaking of winter, how was your first experience with the winter?
um, actually, before that winter, we heard a lot about winter,
Yeah.
which made us to buy thick jackets, the ones that are too heavy.
Oh.
So some of us started wearing these jackets before winter came in because we were afraid of catching cold. So
Yeah.
actually, with those jackets, those sweaters, the first winter experience wasn't a bad
Wasn't
one.
that bad? Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really cold. But I can also say we didn't suffer a lot because we were in Rome. They say Rome is the
Rome is
warmest city
yeah.
in Europe. So Rome is cold, but not too cold when you compare it with other parts of Italy and other parts of Europe.
Exactly. You were lucky.
Yeah, if you say so.
You were
If you
lucky.
say
At least you
so.
didn't feel the. My hands were freezing, and I could barely feel my thumb on the first winter experience. So,
Maybe we didn't feel it that way because we bought hand gloves. I remember
you
I
came
was
prepared.
no, well, I came prepared, not with this stuff, but he bought them here because we had people who directed us on what to
Yeah.
do, what to wear, when to wear them. So, with the help of our elder brothers who were here before we came, we didn't suffer so much from the winter.
That's good. Thanks to the brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. What about the language? I understand the way you breathed. I understand.
That one is something else.
Yeah.
Um, before people come here to study, they normally do 1 or 2 months or 3 months of Italian language in Nigeria.
Yeah.
My own experience is another thing else. It's a different one.
Okay.
Actually, when my Archbishop called me to get ready to move to come here for studies, it was almost late.
Oh.
I came in August, last day of August, and he called me in June, middle of June. Oh, no, towards the end of June to get ready for studies. So there was no time to do Italian
learn the language.
So I was thinking that the courses I will do will be in English language. Yeah, I was thinking. When he said, you go and do communications, I was thinking, okay, maybe it will be in English, so we don't have anything to worry about. But the last day I left Nigeria, he called me and said, Isaac, you are going there to suffer. The language will deal with you. That was when my sorrowful journey started. Then
sorrowful journey.
Yeah.
Sorrowful mystery.
So when I came down here, the rector of my college, where we live, we call it a college, a hostel.
Okay.
He took me to the university and they were doing Italian course. So I was saying, okay, thank God, since my bishop said I'm coming here to study and now they are doing Italian language course here, I will have some time to learn. But unfortunately, it was late already because that was 2 weeks
before you started.
Before the first semester resumes. So I discovered that the language course was just a refreshing course for those who have already done Italian language.
Yeah.
So I joined them. To be honest with you, for the 2 weeks they did that course, I didn't understand anything because the lady was teaching us Italian with Italian language and I don't even understand anyone. I wasn't understanding both come and go in Italian.
And there's no way you can ask the question.
No.
Because you have to use Italian to ask the question.
For the 2 weeks, the lady pretended as if she doesn't understand English. So we kept quiet. We swallowed our questions. We were many.
Yeah.
I and then one priest from Olodias, Father Justin. So we were just there floating with them. At the end of the 2 weeks, they gave us a test. We took the test and also passed.
Yeah.
If you ask me what I wrote in the test, I will not tell you. But all I know is that I passed. That should be the A1 or the B1 of it. So we passed, and then the lectures resumed. In October.
University.
Yeah, October, first week of October. That was another joy, another sorrowful journey. That was when my sorrowful journey actually started. The first one wasn't, so maybe the first one I should call it pre-sorrowful journey. So the real sorrowful journey started when the lectures resumed.
Aww.
My God. Every lecturer was running with Italian language. All these guys from South America, from Spain, and other places who already speak Italian. They were taking notes and we were just there like this. Moping at them. As old as I am, I will go to lectures and I will not write A or B. My book will be empty just like that, blank.
It can be frustrating.
And it continued. My journey with Italian language continued. The first semester came and gone. The second semester began. It was just like that. Even now, okay, I'm 5 years in Italy now. And I still find it difficult speaking Italian very well because I didn't learn the rudiments. But I try. I speak it now at least. I speak it to a good extent. So it has not really been easy. And we Africans, when we speak English, we take it bit by bit. But Italians, because of their accent, they rush everything. This is a language they were born into. So when they speak it, so catching them will be like someone chasing a bike.
It's just like you're rapping.
Yes, that is not that. That is just their thing.
As in, are you singing or you're speaking? I want to know the difference.
So the journey continues with Italian language. It has not ended. I don't think it will end Every day you discover you need to learn
You
more
have to
things.
learn new
You
words,
learn
yeah.
new words. So after 5 years, I'm still learning Italian language. So it is not really easy.
It's not easy, and it's very very short, and it's more difficult for we English speakers.
Yeah, that's another aspect of it.
I noticed that Spanish speakers tend to grab the language more. It's as if it's a bit similar.
Yeah, people who come from Spain language speaking countries, Portuguese speaking countries,
Yeah.
French speaking countries, they grab Italian language very, 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 very fast because all these three languages, they have Latin as their offshoots.
Okay.
They all came from Latin language, Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese language.
Yeah.
They are children of the Latin language. So they share vocabularies.
The same.
So when people who speak Spanish language take up Italian language, it's very easy for them because they are just the vocabularies. The only difference are the endings of these words.
Yeah.
Where Italian language will be ending with O, Spanish language will be ending with A. The same thing with Portuguese language. So if someone moves from here, from Italy here to Spain, the person will just spend 1 week or so, and then he starts speaking Spanish language because it's the same thing. The same thing with people from French-speaking countries. Our colleagues in the university from Africa, those of us who were
English speakers.
no, the French speakers from who are
okay.
colleagues then in the university, our fellow Africans. I had them. I have three guys. One from Benin, another one from Congo, and then another one from Gabon. These are French-speaking countries. So they picked Italian very easily. In fact, they rap it. One of them, who is still here with me, he's in the Diocese of Emilia. He speaks Italian more than Italians. So, courtesy of his knowledge of French language. So, but all of us who are from the English-speaking countries, we are the unfortunate people.
Tell me about it.
English speakers, and then those who speak German language also.
Yeah.
These are the people who suffer a lot because of Italian language. In fact, the college where I lived, the first college where I lived, we had many Americans, both seminarians and priests. Oh my God. Learning Italian was hell. Both for us Africans and for them Americans, because we share the same language. So it has always been the case. Yeah.
Thank you for moving on. Do you have any shock with the food, Italian food?
Well, if you call it a shock, maybe you are being kind. You are being kind to it.
Yeah, I'm just being polite.
So I think it's something more than shock with Italian food. You know, as someone coming from Africa, you know our normal thing. You eat your swallow, you eat your rice, and other things, yam and all that. And then all of a sudden you see yourself in Italy. Yeah, they cook rice, but not like we cook it in Africa. You know how they cook their own rice. Every other thing is pasta. You have to roll your fork. At the times we started making a jest with them. And you say, "Oh, you're going to the refectory to pasta yourself." So, and they cook it their own way. You know, sometimes you test it and you don't get anything. You know, you don't like the taste, but you have to eat because you're in a hostel where you are being fed. So, I find it difficult talking about how I felt my first 3 years, because I lived in one particular college for 3 years.
3 years.
So
pastoring yourself.
Pastoring myself every day, every afternoon, pastoring myself, and sometimes in the night, pastoring myself. So I started changing my menu after 3 years. In fact, that time I have learned how to minus one and add two. So
you also started adding you love spicy food, yeah?
Of course, you have to add your pepper. Well, in our college they provided us with pepper.
Okay.
When
Because
they
Italians, when
discover
they're
that
cooking
we are
their
not,
pasta, no pepper.
none at all. So they were giving us pepper, and someone like me, I wouldn't like to add pepper after you have already cooked the food. So,
Yeah.
but at the point, I had no option.
That's to add it.
I had to do it at least to perceive the taste of what you're eating. So,
Hey.
that.
Now that you've left the university, are you still pasturing yourself? Are you still eating Italian dishes?
Actually, let me make it funny.
Okay.
You know, I stayed in the college in our hostel for 3 good years.
Okay.
Now that I'm not living in the college, I'm living in a parish and cooking for myself. I am trying to recover those years that I didn't eat Nigerian food. So these days, I have left Italian food. I now cook Nigerian food every day. I do my swallow to recover those years I didn't eat swallow. That's what I do these days. In fact, if it is possible for me, I will do swallow morning, afternoon, night to recover to recover those years. I didn't swallow.
That's too much. That's too much carbohydrate. Eating three. No, that's too much. Okay, what about now you're back to your peppery food.
Yes, actually, I have started eating enough pepper again. In Nigeria, I consume a lot of pepper. So now I buy pepper every week to make sure
But you're not
put them
Yoruba.
Anyway, pepper is something normal to us from Africa. Maybe maybe why we are black. if white people eat pepper, they don't turn red.
They'll be red.
So I eat a lot of pepper these days, to also recover the years that I didn't eat pepper.
Like you're pasturing yourself without pepper. Okay, so now you're back to Nigerian dishes and you have to ask for forgiveness for badgering it for 3 years.
I'm trying to appease our Nigerian food by eating it every day now.
Okay. All right, so do you have any other shock you want to share with us? That culture shock.
There are a lot of them.
Well, love to hear it.
There are a lot of. Let me make them simple.
Okay.
We are Africans and the Nigerians precisely.
Yeah.
We come from a background where respect is sacrosanct. Respect for elders is sacrosanct.
Yeah.
It is something you cannot but do. We Africans, we respect our elders a lot. And then one of the ways of showing this respect to elders is that when you see them, you greet them. Okay? When you see an elder, you greet an elder.
Yeah.
In fact, your village people can summon you on a meeting because you refuse to greet an elder. So it is something we don't take for granted. Greeting an elder is a way to show the elder that you respect him or her. But here, I discovered that is not the case. I know you may be thinking that the case here is that people don't respect their elders or people don't greet their elders. No, that is not the case. Let me tell you the case now. The shock is that when you greet elders here, they don't reply. They don't respond.
True.
At home in Nigeria, when you greet mama, how are you?
Respond and bless you.
Good. But here, the case is that they don't respond. Let me break it down. In the first college where I lived for 3 years, just a stone throw from the college, there is this old people's home. So when you're going out from the college for school, for the university, or when you're coming in, you'll always meet elders on the road.
Yeah.
Either they are going into the old people's home or they are coming out. So, as somebody coming from a background where you must greet an elder, when we meet them, we greet them. But they don't respond. They're either looking down or looking into the bush. So, for me, it was strange.
Yeah.
Very strange that you saw an elder, greeted the elder,
and then open his mouth to utter one word or two. So it was strange, and it has continued to be strange, but actually